my black pants and them shirts that they gave us all the time. I'm like, oh, so we're all like in a panic. We're like, where are we gonna get that black pants? And these things. I told my son, like, I'm wearing a stretchy band anyway, so other than I'm rolling down when I sit down. Yeah, right. I'm like, I'm getting used to thick. No, I would worry.
No matter how much you do. They reported.
So they gave me my.
I still have it in my office. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's still in the box.
I think they just do this to mess with me. They change everything around it. I know where the flag's right here today. I'm right located in. Yeah. Might be basic when they start talking.
But I don't know what.
Okay. Oh, she's coming out. That's what I said right after you left. I'm like, I don't want her to think I'm shutting her out. Yeah, we're here. My bell's missing. My bell's missing. They gave me my gavel and not my bell.
That's your bell.
If y'all join me in the saying of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you all join me in the saying of the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do, and it is behind Linda. First, is this the truth?
Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Well, welcome everybody. We've got some guests today, and we will have them speak here in just a little while. I talked to Sharon. The virtual conference is scheduled for April 30th through May 1st. And we all really need to try to buy tickets. The gift card donation that our club, I think that was taken care of by Sharon. However, if anyone wants to donate individually, they will take that also. And the tickets for the raffle itself, Sharon said there's only been 66 sold. So for each club providing a $100 gift certificate, their total or estimating is going to be about a $5,000 gift basket minimum. And they've only sold 66 tickets. So how, Sharon, is there a link or?
There's a link. I'll put it on again, and please share it. Like share it with your friends. There's a link to the district website, and you just click it. It takes you straight to the I want to buy tickets page on the district website, and then people can put in their money and purchase their tickets. So it's just like you don't have to handle any money or any people in this district who are excited to do it.
Okay. If you will get that out, I'll share it. I will. Okay.
I've shared it in the district side on in an email, but I think it's gonna be hard. I think it's harder to sell them if people have to go to the website and purchase them. But we didn't have any other way to do it. People follow the district.
Yeah, that almost has to be like a website sell there. It'd be too hard to.
Yeah, no, wouldn't, I mean, I don't know how else we could do it. But anyway, so encourage your friends to go buy some, it's $5,000 and stuff, I mean, that's awesome. And you could, of course, go buy your own too, but encourage your friends to buy some.
Sounds good. Our fundraiser, I sent out an email and there have been a few responses and a couple of them have been from people in this room. So not a whole lot of response from the outside world. The biggest thing seems to be a large item. They're thinking that's going to go better. The Yeti cooler full of items, a purse. Ashley said a big item and would probably be easier than a event. I love the idea of Bonnie's hot dog bar. Bonnie's hot dog bar. But
Bonnie loves hot dogs.
but you know, if we pick a day, you've got to have a rain day. With the COVID numbers being on the rise again, I hope that doesn't affect how we live our lives again this summer to the extent of last year. But we've got all of that to take into consideration in a live type fundraiser event with food specifically. So a big item seems to be the biggest or the most going for idea, the most liked idea. But we would need to decide what big item. Cody, you had said something at our last meeting.
I say a lot.
I hate to put you on this, but Sharon and I was trying to think, you had an idea. And I don't know if you just built off of the Yeti cooler and was talking about a club that you knew that done a fundraiser that way, or did we both dream this?
No. So we definitely talked about it. I mentioned that there has been a few fundraisers I know where they've done something with a Yeti cooler and they filled that and they've sold out in like the first day, thousands of dollars type deal. But I don't know if I added anything to that.
Sharon and I thought, and we seem to think that you had a wow moment. And
Didn't I?
Yeah, but I didn't write it down. So
that was part of my.
So if that wow moment comes back, you would like to let me know. But that is something that we kind of need to make a decision on pretty quick. Ashley.
So I've been asking around just like what kind of large items people would be interested in because I'm not really sure, you know. Now, the two that I got the most response on, I don't know if we're allowed to do the one and the other one because the COVID might not be the best idea. So I got so many people say they want guns.
A gun
But
raffle.
is that like illegal for our club or is that frowned
Yeah, I
upon?
don't know how that would go for the club because I think there are,
I think that,
you know, if we got the gun from, say, Cabela's, then the person that wins it's going to have to go to Cabela's, have the background check. You know, they're going to have to go through all of the steps. So I don't know what the legality.
That's the easy part.
Yeah,
What you're
I don't
talking
know.
about is it kosher, I guess.
that's
maybe.
more
Yeah.
what I was like, is that
The
like
legality
publicly
parts
acceptable
of
or
our club doing
do we
it.
want to be?
There's no problem there. It's just, I mean, we're in Marshall County, guns are popular.
Clubs, there are clubs in the district that have done guns.
Really?
Gun sell.
Yes,
That's
they
what
do.
I, like,
They do.
95% of the people that I asked said I would buy guns. And this is mostly my family. So,
Depending on the type of gun, my husband would
yeah, that's
probably buy quite a few of them. Yes,
that's where I was at. And then the other thing was sports tickets, but I don't know how hard those are to come across right now and how many people are welcome into stadiums with,
Yeah.
you know, the circumstances we're currently in.
I would think that, and not to just what you're saying, because you've asked people and I've not asked anybody, but those both have a target audience. I think like the Yeti cooler or something, or like the district's cards affects everybody does it. Whether if I don't shoot, I still buy gas, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just not sure if those would,
The
gun
gun,
worries me as far as being able to sell it. My husband would buy lots of tickets too.
yeah, the gun, as far as selling it, doesn't worry me because of the fact that everyone's not sure what's happening with, I mean, ammo can hardly be found. Believe me, we've made trips because of my husband. But the ammo is hard to come by, so people they're like hoarding, kind of like the toilet paper escapade. You know, shells are a big thing right now. The guns, because they don't know what's coming with, you know, not to get into the politics of it, but they don't know what's gonna happen. Are we gonna have guns? Are we not gonna have guns? You know, I do think gun tickets would sell. However, it is a target audience more than we could do.
We could do the grill too. We talked about the grill.
Yeah, the grill. You could do something where you've got a gun and a grill, or a gun and the Sharon does like guns, Tom does.
No, I like that.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you're saying
I
you
don't know
would,
what gun raffle would be.
right, no, I know, I guess I worded that wrong. Sharon says Tom would buy the tickets for that, but if we had a Vera Bradley purse or like whoever the big people are, I don't know, I'm like.
Designer
But
purses.
a designer purse, Sharon's gonna buy the tickets for that. So, you know, if person number one wins, they've got their choice of the gun or the,
Yeah.
you know,
I think the grill or Yeti cooler or something. Oh, a grill and Yeti?
like a tailgate type package.
The parents of my.
Brianna has
Yeah,
something to say, I have a feeling.
Listen, Cody. Did a gun raffle last month. It was a 22, get the name of it, it's a $400 gun. So 3 tickets, parents of Cody. Sold 300 tickets at $10 a ticket, $2,500. Those tickets were an AR right now, about $700. You sell those tickets for $20. They go quick. Gun raffles go quick. You're Marshall County, as
Yeah.
Joe said, we're in Marshall County.
Brianna, did you have something to add?
Just one of the organizations I've worked with in the past, we did something, well, not exactly a cooler full, but every member brought in like a case of beer or a couple bottles of wine or something, and we raffled that off. And then the person who left the event left with, they ended up splitting it because it was literally a car full of alcohol. So if we're talking about engaging a wider audience, that might be something that we can talk about. If any, I don't know. It's just something we've done with another organization in the past, and it's worked really, really, really well.
Linda?
When we were back in Macklin, we did a promotion on guns. And I thought, how crazy is this? Nobody's going to do this. When you have a certificate of deposit instead of getting an interest check quarterly or monthly or whatever, you got a rifle. They went nuts. It was crazy. We had people bringing CDs in from all other banks just to get that gun. It was crazy, but they do.
Like they said, we're in Marshall County, and I'm not gonna lie, I've got deer heads mounted on the wall that I've shot myself. There you go. I live with stuffed turkeys and bears and deer all over my house.
Mine's higher than theirs.
Yeah, a bear, we've got the bear in the house. But, I mean, Marshall County is a very gun-oriented, however, now like Brianna said with the alcohol. I know, but yes, guns and alcohol do not mix. We cannot promote guns and alcohol.
With alcohol.
Those tickets would go, and we could probably name our price, but we could probably get in trouble for that. And the president does not want to go to jail or pay a fine for that.
I think,
The alcohol
Rotary
one,
could bail you out.
yeah, you guys would leave me sad.
Like the Rotary would bail her out.
The alcohol one, just saying some of the ones that I work with, I can almost guarantee I wouldn't sell one ticket over there.
You would or would
Just
not?
Would not, with just alcohol. But that's a very small, unusual,
But there again, that's the
Occurrence.
same as gun. I mean,
it is, it's a target audience. So are we making a decision?
Yeti full of stuff.
Yes. Like I said, a tailgate, if you want to go big and do the Yeti and a grill, just a small, tailgate size grill, have a case of beer in there, but also have, I don't know, 2 of the fold-out lawn chairs or, you know,
Put 10
Whatever.
packs of hot dogs.
Yes.
Three
hot dogs in the cooler the day they went. Hot dogs and buns.
How much money are we wanting to spend on this?
I don't know. This was just the beginning
Because
stages.
the Yeti is,
A lot.
we're getting the nice size Yeti, aren't they like $400, Josh?
Probably.
I mean, get paid. I think a grill would be okay, but I would think, I've seen some that are affordable, but they're not little tiny. And I think they're $200 or $300. So I mean, just those 2 items, if you did that, I think that grill would be better than one that's just set on the table.
Yeah.
I get way too many targets to know which ones are better than the other. But, I mean, we're already at 600 and it's going to be in the Yeti. But if they did a nice grill with the Yeti, you really would.
What if
have
the
to have
club bought the Yeti and the grill, and then people bought stuff? But there again, we've got the ones here.
You just want to make sure that, like, that your virtual side of this is super strong. All right, because that allows you to reach out so much further than, you know, a newspaper. But just saying, I know that with COVID, a lot of the fundraising that's been done virtually has been more successful than the standard. That's just because of the people you can reach. So we just want to make sure whatever we do, that our virtual or social media advertisement is up.
Okay. Why don't we all think about this as far as price-wise? We'll price some Yetis, we'll price some of a nice size grill, and then we'll make a decision next Wednesday. Does that sound good? Because I don't want to take too much more time on things because of our speakers. The next, April 21st is the ladies luncheon for the chamber. There's 4 of us that I know of right now in this room that are going. Do we want to have a meeting that day? I mean, we've got, oh, there's 5 then. So there is, sometimes you take us 5. We've got a bigger group today, which is very nice. But Mike, Josh, you've got to come from Wheeling. Is it going to be worth it for you and Josh and maybe Tom and Cody and 1 or 2 on the computer maybe?
We don't have a guest speaker or anything like that scheduled, do we?
Oh, I'm talking about next week.
No, it's the 21st.
It's gonna be a vocational program.
No, it's a vocational, so we would have to
okay.
cancel a guest speaker. What do you guys think?
And
'Cause
Ashley will be at the ladies thing too, right?
yeah, because I'm on the committee, so I have to be there.
I mean,
Yeah, we won't have Zoom.
I have no
unless-
objection to postponing that meeting.
Can I just put an email out there then that
Yeah, we won't be
due to
that.
conflicting scheduling?
And we don't have a speaker.
We don't have a
No.
speaker or anything, so I
Okay.
think we could probably take that week off.
Okay, then, the only other thing, Helping Heroes, they did give us a list. These are things that they're in need of and will need on a regular basis. 1 microwave and the cookware for it, electric skillet, plastic cutlery, plates, cups, straws, paper towels, toilet paper, dish towels, dishcloths, soap, toaster oven, foil, plastic wrap, gallon storage, sandwich, and garbage bags. So that's something if we would like to purchase something. Yes, Sharon?
I wonder if we should do an event page for that and pick a date to finish it by, 'cause we need to have a deadline.
Or the Helping Heroes?
Yeah, to give people a sense of urgency. If we just had like an event page that we could continue to share and get other people, if we could drop it off at the bank or the sleep-in,
You can drop it off at the bank, that's not a problem.
or we put both, I mean, that's.
Yeah, I'll just tell
So
Gary.
give 2 drop-off places, and then that could all be in there, and we could just keep sharing it on Facebook. But I don't know how to do it, so
I don't either.
it's gotta be somebody, not me.
I don't.
If you email me the info,
Okay.
I'll set it up.
Awesome, thanks.
All right. Okay, that being
Can you
said,
also email that to me so I can put it in the newsletter, please?
sure, Brianna, we'll get it to you.
Thank you.
Yes, Jerry.
I received something today, and I don't know where it donate money to, okay? But there's a young 8-year-old mom from Philadelphia that has cancer. Darla, Kara, something. I literally, why I didn't pull it and bring it in. Anyhow, the fire department, Moundsville Fire Department, is helping her. She is in cancer, and they have these covers for the, you get your insulin or your medicine through this little bag. It's a teddy bear bag cover. And there's also a bumper baby when they go to put IVs in. She is trying to raise money to do and have these more available for all patients at Ruby. And it is a Moundsville young girl, and it's a Moundsville fire department that's trying to help her raise money. And I just thought it was extremely touching when I read it. So I didn't know if Gregory wanted to, I mean, I'm going to do something, but I didn't know whether I can.
These packs that she has, it's like a little bumblebee. You can buy them on Amazon actually, $75 for the kit. The little bumblebee is like an ice pack. So they put it on the numb area before they put the injection in. And then there's, if you do the pack, so in the bag, there's activities for them to do while they receive their treatment. So things to help them get.
Now the activity bag was 75. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
those you can purchase
Actually,
them on
it was
Amazon for
cheaper if you got it and the activity
Kind of
versus
like a
just the
bundle
thing.
deal.
Yes, but they were about $75. I didn't know if we wanted to purchase all of those or if we wanted to just donate money. Or does anybody?
I think it's a wonderful idea. Kids have I have a soft spot.
I think we should buy 2 packs.
Two packs?
2 packs. I'll second
Okay, I can do that and then Josh can work with me or whatever. The activity kit.
All right. Oh, all those in, I'm just thinking about everything here. All those in favor of buying the 2 packs and donating, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, now Sharon, if you would like to interview.
I got nothing. I'm terrible.
Okay, I wasn't
Use
sure.
my army. I
Oh,
should-
the one other thing that I was gonna mention, Grandview Park, the View is having How the West Was Dumb. It's an interactive musical comedy murder mystery dinner theater. It's $19.95 per person for the buffet and show. So I do have information on those. I have information on the ladies' night. And I think I gave everybody one of the handouts on the Chamber of Commerce little events thing. So we have.
So anyway, I did ask for information to introduce you. So if you would kind of introduce yourself, that'd be fantastic.
I wrote down her
I'm trying to get fired and they went
She's
out
going
fired.
to introduce her.
Kristen Paynter, is that right?
Yes.
With CASA. Okay, all right, if you would like to come up.
Us here. This is the first time we've been in person spreading our message for over a year.
Yay!
So we're excited to be here. I am a former Rotary Speech Contest winner when I was in high school. I grew up in Salem, Ohio, so I'm familiar with the Rotary. My name is Kristen Paynter. I am the program coordinator for CASA for Children. This is Abby Baker. She is our newest employee, and she is going to be talking to you guys about the IMPACT program. But just a little bit about CASA. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and our mission is to provide safe, stable homes for children who have been removed from their parents due to abuse or neglect. We have grown so much. I started at CASA about 3 years ago. We were a staff of 3, and now we have a staff of 6. And Mike is on our board, so I'm familiar with Mike. We train members of the community to advocate for children in the court system. And we are appointed to 90% of the cases in Ohio, Marshall, Wetzel, and Tyler County. On Monday, we did a count. We had 65 petitions that have been filed since January 1st. And as of this morning, we have 70. So we are in tremendous need of volunteers to advocate for children. What Volunteer does is basically we provide training from National CASA, which is a national organization that is in Seattle, Washington. And a judge came up with CASA as he just needed more information about making really difficult decisions about children and where they're placed. So he felt like, let's train people in the community, get to know these kids, so that when we come to court and meetings, we can speak on their behalf. So a lot of times we get involved after families are through stress and going through all kinds of things. We've started to rethink how we can also help in the community, which is through prevention services. And over the last year, we have provided prevention services to mandated reporters. So we do a training in the schools, and anybody who is mandated to report child abuse and neglect. We also are using ways to create safe organizations for children, like providing training to coaches and baseball teams about signs of abuse and neglect, and making sure that all the people that our children are around are safe. Because one thing we know in working with this population is that it's not strangers that essentially are dangerous to children, it's the people that they trust and they love. So through that, we have obtained a grant through the State of West Virginia Impact Program, who is going to specifically target working with babies that are born addicted or have some type of substances in their system. And we will work with those families, hopefully prior to abuse and neglect petitions being filed where these children are removed, because we're seeing that when babies are removed from their mothers, that bond is taken away, then that child is going to be impacted so greatly in the future from not having that parental bond with their parent, one or two. There's lots of ways you can get involved in CASA. Volunteering to be an advocate isn't for everybody, and we understand that. But we have recently started a foster closet in our Wheeling office. So we are taking donations. Sometimes children are placed in kinship homes, and it's like an instant decision. They basically get a phone call. They may not necessarily be prepared with beds or dressers or clothing. So we are taking donations, and any foster family or kinship home that does have a child, really anybody who needs it. We have beds, we have dressers, and then we also accept donations from people in the community for things like that. We do prefer to take new clothes, and then a lot of our CASA volunteers take things out to kids when we meet with them, games. We used to do pajamas. We also take luggage, because a lot of times kids are just throwing stuff in a garbage bag. You know, we don't want that to be what kids are experiencing. We also have a PayPal account, and we take donations. So we do things, we provide Christmas gifts for families, Easter gifts. I've been able to help a girl who is in independent living do her entire prom, from the hair to the shoes to the dress and everything. So we use those donations for that. Things with graduation. We also do fundraising events. We have two major fundraisers coming up, which is our CASA Superhero 5K, which is on April 17th at the Highlands. And this is a great event for us. It's fun. You can dress like a superhero. Kids can come. And then we also have been doing monthly coffee with CASA. So we haven't been able to get out and talk to people, which is difficult in recruiting volunteers. So we have set up Zoom meetings once a month where you can come and just learn information about CASA, how you can help. And then when you come, you get a free coffee from Love Shots in Wheeling or Baristas in New Martinsville, just for coming and listening to the needs that we have. But I will introduce Abby. She'll tell you a little bit about Impact, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby. I started with CASA as a volunteer a year ago, and then I was hired on with this Impact grant in December. And like Kristen said, I primarily work with newborns affected by substance use in utero, that could be alcohol, illicit substances, even if a mom is in recovery on a medical assisted treatment program, prescribed Suboxone, those babies will also qualify for our program. As long as the parents or the child agree to enroll in a home visiting program. So our goal is kind of to support and give incentives to these moms or caretakers to participate in parenting or adult life skills or that kind of thing. Work free for the child. So we give gift cards after they've been in a home visiting program for a month. Those are $50 gift cards. They can use them whatever they want, and whether that might be either with the foster family or the mom. Some of the cases I work with the fosters, so the child is still getting those incentives, but also with biological mom or dad. I haven't actually worked with any of the dads yet though. But for example, I helped one mom, she didn't have her license, and to do your required drug screening every week, multiple times a week, you have to have identification. So she didn't have a job yet to go obtain or have transportation. That's a big issue for a lot of the moms and barriers. So we paid for her to get her license. And I have another mom that when she was in active addiction, her license expired in 2017. So she didn't have her birth certificate or social security card. So we're in the process of that right now. We bought her birth certificate, and next is obtaining her social security card, and then we get her license so she can get a job again. So really it's helping break down those barriers that there's so many barriers out there that, I mean, I've had to do research on just to see something that I feel like I've taken for granted, like little things that, you know, to help them get to where they need to be. And like recently I actually had my first mom, she actually next week celebrates a year of sobriety, and she's on the road to having her child back in her home, so she doesn't come down to the foster closet, and we set her up with things that she needs for her child, and like developmental toys, formula. We had a baby ninja bullet, like to make her own food, so she's been experimenting making her own food for her child. So it's really beautiful thing to see these moms be successful in their recovery and support them with that. So that is a spiel of our impact program.
I also wanted to share with everybody, you guys are talking about social media. We've had to use social media, and it's been great for us. Another way you can help is if you like our Facebook page or Instagram and share the things. And we would also do the same for you guys. If you're on there and we see things, we would definitely put that out into the community, because we have had tremendous response. Anytime we have a need, either a specific child in the Moundsville area, in Wheeling, that they may need, like we had a child who wanted to do art, and they didn't have the things. So we put out a post on Facebook, and it must have been 3 hours. We had every single thing donated for that child. So we use social media all the time when we have needs to promote our Coffees with CASA, to promote our 5K. We like to put any type of prevention information out there, but definitely if you guys want to follow us and share, and we would return the favor and follow and share anything that you guys are putting out there as well. But thank you so much for letting us come today.
Yes.
What's your page?
CASA
It
for
is
children.
CASA for children. Thank you. And I think our Instagram may be Wheeling CASA, because someone already took the name.
I only brought one pen. I wasn't expecting two speakers.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to fight it for
I see even less.
I can get you another one.
I shared this to Susan, because I don't have any you guys on it, and I also put it on the Rotary page. So
Okay.
if you want to snatch it up.
I definitely will. We'll share that for you guys. Absolutely.
Does anybody else? Yes, Mike.
Just a real quick note, West Virginia CASA, obviously, the 5K is on April 17th. I believe race time is at 9 o'clock. When does registration begin? 7:30
You
or
can
8?
come at 7:30, or there is a link, if you look on either one of our social media pages, you can register prior through online and then just show up around 9 o'clock.
If anybody has any runners or any runners or walkers, we'd love to have you. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, so we unfortunately could not do it last year due to the coronavirus there, and we look forward to getting everything started back up again here 1 week from this Saturday.
There also is a kids fun run that's free. The kids don't have to register, so for their age groups. I don't know
If
it's
you
like-
got any kids, I tell you, it's a fun time for the kids there.
And we meet at Quicker Steak and Loop, and that's where the race starts.
Anybody else? Got any questions for the ladies or updates on anything?
I do. I send out an email, and again, the same ones always reply. But we've got, I think, 9 Rotarians who have been volunteering in the vaccination. And I did send out a new list. I was supposed to have done it last week. So sorry, I totally dropped the ball. It just got lost in my.
I think, like she said, she's trying to get fired.
I'm trying from everything. Just fire me and send me to the beach. But anyway, I sent that out in an email yesterday with the schedule that I think is right. Rose sent me a picture of a handwritten schedule. So I think I interpreted it correctly. So Tom, if you saw that and then at times you're wrong, let me know.
I like the one that said like, I think, there's like a thing.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
five, is that a 3?
Rose is never wrong, you know that.
Well, I know she's not, but. I
She's
couldn't
always to
see
the
it
point,
top of
yeah.
it, right?
She's always to the point. That's one thing about Rose.
So anyway, but they do, they're nice to you when you volunteer, and it's something that's needed, and it's a good way for us to get out and do services.
Things,
Like I said, we've had
not to
nine.
put you on the spot, but are things looking decent with how?
Not really.
Okay.
The cases have been on the rise. Our variants of the UK virus in Marshall County. Vaccinations are starting to go slow now. People fighting for vaccines, 1,200, 700. We've been the last 3 weeks for initial doses, 300. We are having a hard time filling appointments. Today is the 4th day filling appointments, and I still think there's 50 appointments for Friday's vaccination clinic. So it is slowing down right now. What's the governor going to do coming up once people are vaccinated? But we can't make people get vaccinated. I'm looking for a mask mandate to change coming soon, but the cases are up and the variant is here.
Tom, that variant, does the vaccine protect against that?
It does. It does. The Pfizer and Moderna.
I think the issue is arguing 16 to 18s, or there's not many who get vaccinated. I think that could be an issue.
We have put it out for the 16 and above for about 3 weeks now. I think we've vaccinated about 20, 16 to 18-year-olds.
That's not a lot.
That's not.
I'm having trouble getting my employees. They think I'm gonna go crazy since I've had it. They're waiting.
How will they ever know?
Exactly, that's what I've told them 1,000,000 times.
What changes?
Yeah, I mean,
What's
it's
the
just
difference?
it's like getting flu shot. I mean,
Yes, doing
there's
okay,
no
but I
difference.
think
I had my first one, I didn't feel
Well,
anything.
the second one, yeah, that's
Second
what
one,
we're all-
second one I heard,
Honestly,
but
when I
you know,
I
the
just
second one
asked
did
if I wanted mine.
And I said, well,
It's better.
Nobody died
I
from the
said, yes.
vaccine,
So we made it, well, then we called, and said, hey, we've got extra. So 2 others went over and got it. So there's 3 out of 7 employees. The day after, one girl was sick. The next day after, another girl called off. I'm like, this was kind of dumb. And everybody go on the same day because my whole office is gonna be like, done. But, and so now all 3 of us are scheduled for our second dose on the same day. So, pray for us later this month. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I didn't know. My husband didn't, he had one little line there. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have anything. And I was concerned because I had to have the whooping cough or whatever vaccine because my niece was having a baby. So I went and had it done and I had a local reaction. It turned red and it started coming around. I'm thinking, if that did that, what's this? And I had nothing. I mean, you couldn't even tell where's nothing. So thank goodness.
I was testified.
Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about that one. If there's nothing else, we need to adjourn.
That's the best way to put it when we got no bell.
Bye, Brianna. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for always joining us.